Hi guys, I am Amanda Gaston and welcome to iMac slash Apple Products One-on-One. Um, so if you have any Apple products, you usually can one across, maneuver them across the board. So they're very similar in the makeup and the settings. But today we'll specifically be searching and using and focusing on MacBook. I have a MacBook Air. I think it's a 2017 edition. I don't know for sure, but it does not have the touchpad. It's a 13-inch, and I've had it for a year. So let's get started. You're going to be learning today, basically, how to kind of maneuver your MacBook, how to delete things, how to find where your apps are, how to connect your Wi-Fi, check your volume, those basic things. Most of these things you can find in the same place. How to edit your background, those types of things. So we're going to first do system preferences. So you can find them two places. The first you can find in the left-hand screen, you have the little apple, where you can find your information about your MacBook. You can kind of shut it down, restart it, lock the screen, and log out. You can find system preferences is the second item. You can also find it if you press F4, you'll receive this ginormous list of all of the things that you downloaded. There you'll find general and basic information about everything you have, but it's all system preferences is also the first item. So I'm going to do it this way. But again, you have two options, and this is system preferences. So you'll get basically everything that you usually see on your iPhone or your iPad is here for you to edit. So you get your Apple ID and your information and the screensaver that comes up when you log into your computer. This is where you set that and change that. Your general information, which is basically how to change the appearance from light to dark, or how to auto set it, how to highlight your colors and change that, how to select the default browser. Mine is Safari, but with every internet browser that you download, you have the option of changing it. So in this case, I can take mine to Google Chrome, but I personally like Safari better. You can also change your desktop and your screensaver. For me, I made an entire folder, and then I added that folder to my desktop, and so that I would be able to, as I continue to add photos to the folder, I'll continue to have more photos to rotate out. You can also change the size of your images for your background. So it can do still screen, it can do fit to screen, which is how most of my fixed pictures are. It can do stretch to fill screen. But I don't like the way it distorts an image, so I usually don't use it. And it also can do center. But most photos, in my case, I didn't want tile, so it doesn't offer tile. But I'm gonna go back. And I also have it to change pictures every minute, so you can change the order of it from random order to whatever. And then you can change the photo. I like mine to be random order every minute. You can change your screensavers, which is basically if you leave your computer inactive for a set amount of time, it'll basically kind of go to sleep. But it'll show pictures of whatever you have it set as the source. I have my source as background, but I do not have my screensaver to start at any point. I personally don't like it. I'd rather just go to sleep. So you can also change your dock, which is this item, and mine is actually on the automatically hide and seek, which I'm going to turn off for now so you guys can see it. And as you continue to use items and open things up, you can have it set to recent. So everything you've recently opened, it'll create a even bigger and longer dock. I usually don't open that many things. I use the same recurring items, so it's usually only set to like web browsers and those types of things. At the moment, it's Zoom because I'm using Zoom, and then a mobile connect to my VPN for my other dock. You can also change the size of your dock. So you can have it be large or small. I like mine usually about medium size. the length of an image is enough for me. And then I have my magnification on max, so you kind of get to see how big the specific item is. So that way, even if it's small, you can still kind of get a good enough image or taste of what is actually in there. Let's see. You can turn your notifications on or off. And if you can set them to do not disturb. And if you know anything about do not disturb, your phone is basically on no contact mode for a set amount of hours. So you can set it from 12 to 12 or 1 to 6 or whatever pleases you. So you can set your laptop to D&D, and then you can turn your notifications on or off here. So this is how you would control it. And you just you slide the little panel from light to dark. So you also have Bluetooth here, and you can also find these same things in this little left right-hand corner. Sorry. So this is Bluetooth in the same case. So you can connect and disconnect here. You can turn it off here as well as here. And then they'll also tell you what devices you're connected to. Here you'll get a highlighted version, but on this bigger blown out version, it'll tell you what's connected. You can also see your network and alter them. So you can kind of add a new network, or you can delete it. In this case, I won't be deleting anything. And then, well, I'll delete this. And then you can have it apply or revert. And so I'm going to revert it back, which means that even if you accidentally delete something, you have the option, as long as you don't hit apply right away, to have it. It's basically an undo. Okay. And this is the same. You can connect your Wi-Fi here, and it'll tell you what you're connected to, and you can get the day of the week, and you'll get your battery life here, which you can turn on and off in settings as well. And then you can have your day, which will give you analog or digital. You can set that preference. And then here is also a notification. So any and everything that you have set will appear here. So the weather, your stocks, anything you have in your calendar. My son's birthday, guys. And then you'll also get any notifications. So in this case, my messages, I've imported successfully files. I don't check this often enough. And then if you hit the little X, you delete the notification. And then you can turn the D&D on or off here as well. So. And then next, we're going to go into F4 again. And this is where you'll find everything that you downloaded. And then you can download items using your App Store, which is usually the 4th item, but you can change it around and alter things if you like. And in your App Store, you can download games. You can update any of your items that you have. You download it. You can download Adobe, I believe. Places that'll allow you to tidy up your laptop. You'll download Office 365 here. Yes, so this is what you find. Because any and everything that you could think to download, you'll be able to download in the App Store. Some are free, some you have to pay for, but you have the option of downloading and giving it a try for free, as you can see. And some you don't get that option for. I usually like to use the free app, or if I pay for something, I pay for it directly from the developer, like Adobe. I pay for it specifically from Adobe rather than from the App Store. Let's see. And then so you guys keep seeing me minimize, but you have the option to expand the document, to minimize, which will just put it in your doc, or to exit, which will completely get rid of it. I've been minimizing a lot because I want to fiddle with some things later on today. And then, let's see. So this view that I have right now is just, it tells me what I have open across the board. And sometimes I end up hitting F3 instead of F4. F3 will give you everything you have open. And so here, I'm back at F4. You have the ability and the option to kind of create many folders in and of itself. So if you grab an item, if you left click and you kind of drag an item and you hover it over another item, it'll create a folder. And with that folder, things will kind of condense and alter and change automatically. And then once, if you don't want the folder, you just drag it out. So you'll left click again, and you just pull it out of the folder. And then with that, if you guys notice, each folder has types. They automatically name them, but you have the option of changing them. So you'll left click and type in what you want. And once you see it highlighted, you'll know that it's been named. I'll show you guys. So I changed this name earlier. And as you saw, you left click until it highlights and then you hit backspace or you type as you go. So it was named others before, then I named it graphics galore just to settle with it a little bit. And then in my case, I have 2 pages, but some people have 3 or 4 because I condensed and folded. But you have the option of not doing that. And if you do that, the bigger and more pages you'll have. So you're gonna, to change the page, you have to click on the little dot. You can't exactly hit in the dead space. If you hit in the dead space, you get rid of the entire page. So you have to hit in the little dot. And so now we're going to be talking about folders. So I usually only put a certain amount of folders in on my desktop, but I have more folders, I believe, in the back. So to create a folder, you right click and you hit new folder. And these are the folders that'll go on your desktop. And you can name them. And then once you created a folder, it gives you access to all your applications, all your recent documents, everything you've come up with, any of your downloads, things like that. Anything you tag, the specific color. I usually don't tag many things. I've only tagged one thing, and it was my paper. You know, obviously I work for the assignment. Okay, I tagged more than I thought, guys. But I usually only tag a certain amount of things. It gives you it allows you access to your iCloud, which usually is always connected. And in my case, I have all of my things that are on my desktop and plus more in my iCloud. These are all of the documents that I have. They're in your iCloud. So as long as you allow access through general, your iCloud will always be ever growing and ever connected. Okay, and so we'll delete something. So like I said, I like my trash can to be in my little dock. In most cases, it is in the dock because that way it's easier to empty. And you can find it in trash can here, or you can find it in the little in Finder, which is in the left hand. An empty trash can is there. But what I recommend you guys do before you delete anything is to kind of check and see what's in your trash, because a lot of times what happens is you'll accidentally delete something. And once you've deleted it from the trash, it's gone forever. You can revive it and revert it from the trash, but you can't revive it and revert it from outside of the trash. So in my case, I know what I deleted. I deleted all of this crap. So after you've deleted everything, after you check everything, you can exit out, and then you'll hover over the trash and you'll right click. And from there, you'll hit empty trash, and it'll ask you if you're sure, because you're permanently erasing things. And like they say, you can't undo. If you can't get mine, you hit cancel. If not, you hit empty trash. In my case, I'm emptying the trash. And then what you hear is you'll hear a little paper crinkling sound. So with that, I think we App Store. Okay, and then you get a lot of the basic apps within the MacBook that you'd receive on your phone. So FaceTime, Find My iPhone, Messages, Safari, App Store, Preferences, Contacts, Siri. The things that don't come within your phone are QuickTime, TV, and then a lot of the other productivity. Pages, keynotes, numbers, news, those types of things. And you also automatically receive GarageBand and iMovie and voice memos. Let's see. I think we might be done, guys. It's okay. I'm trying to find myself. Oh, I'm like, I'm trying to find me. All right, guys. So I believe that's all. So if you have any extra questions and I didn't cover something that you're curious about, please feel free to call us at the South Harlem Public Library. You can ask for Amanda because I'm the only person that usually works with Matt. But if you have a question and you feel like I didn't cover it, feel free to call us. You can send us, I believe, an email as well. I think our email is on the website. So I believe that's it. So I'm going to say, have a nice day.